Now let us start practicing examples. These questions we seen in last video. Let's see the answers. What is the conversion values? So 50.6, 39.6 is the limit representation. We can convert into equal bilateral and it will be 45.1 plus or minus 5.5. Then this is unilateral. It can be converted as 49 plus or minus 1. Okay. And then this is 50 plus side 1 minus side 2, unequal bilateral. So it will be 49.5 plus or minus 1.5. So in this way we can calculate the equal bilateral system. What is the formula? Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Upper limit minus lower limit divided by 2. This will be the plus or minus tolerances and this will be mean value. In this way we can calculate them. So every time when we start doing tolerance stack up analysis, we have to convert all these tolerance system into equal bilateral system first. So let us start our first example, this one. So here you can see there is a component and dimensions are given. This dimension is given 3.00 plus side 0.50 minus side 2.20. Similarly, this is limit system given. This is equal bilateral and this is unilateral tolerances are given over there. Now, before here we are interested in finding out this gap. What will be this AB gap over there? Right? Minimum and maximum AB gap we are interested to calculate those. Right? So before starting calculation and all, we have to convert them all into what? Equal bilateral tolerance system. So let us convert them first into equal bilateral system. Always use this upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2 and upper limit minus lower limit divided by 2. So in this way we can convert them all into equal bilateral tolerances. See this. Here we have converted it into equal bilateral tolerance system. Here we have converted it into equal bilateral tolerance system. This is 3.15 plus or minus 0.35, 14 plus or minus 0.5, 4 plus or minus 0.25, 3.75 plus or minus 25. Now we are ready to prepare loop, right? So this gap AB we want to calculate. In short, we have to calculate this value. So we have to start either end and we have to end at other end. So I can start from here or I can start from here. Let's start from there preparing loop. So I will go from there to there and that will be A for me, right? See why I went there to there, because this dimension is given on drawing. I cannot go directly from there to there. Why? Because this dimension is not present in drawing. So whatever dimensions are there on drawing, we have to utilize that and we have to reach at other end of the loop. So I have reached over there, that is A for me. Now if we see this dimension is given over there, right? So we can start from there, go till there, right? Because this dimension is there and that will be B for me. Now again I'm on this surface, this dimension is given, so I will from that surface I will move to that surface and that will be my C. I cannot go again directly from there and closing the loop. Why? Because that dimension is not given. If that dimension is on drawing, go there. That is possible. But we cannot assume a dimension from drawing. We cannot measure a dimension from a drawing. So whatever given on drawing, we have to utilize that. So I am on this surface now. Again, this dimension is given. So I will move from there to there. So loop is horizontal here. Right? Loop is horizontal and loop is closed. Loop is closed. I started at one side of the gap and I ended at other here. So in this way loop is closed and this way we prepare the loop. A, B, C and this will be D. These are our loop and we will now prepare stack up table. So in this way we can prepare loop diagram. Let's move ahead further with stack up table. So here is the component. We prepared the loop. This gap we want to calculate. This is A for us. Went there to there. Then I came back. That is B for me, right? This is B for me in loop. This is C for me in loop. And this is D for me in loop, right? Whatever dimensions given on drawing, we have to use that only and prepare loop diagram. So in this way, we can prepare loop. Okay. And then we will prepare stack up table. So we can put loop over there, A, B, C, D, whatever that in that table. Then we will sum them up. We'll find out the gap, gap max and gap min. Positive will be listed in one column, negatives will be listed in another column, and all tolerances will be listed all together, right? So here we have to decide which direction is positive and which direction is negative. There is a trick, there is a thumb rule how we can decide it, right? Consider that I am keeping all the dimension B, C, D as a constant and increasing A. There are four in loop, right? A, B, C and D. I am keeping all these constant, and increasing the value of A. Now what is going to happen with the gap? Let us analyze that. So if I am keeping B as a constant value, C as a constant value and D as a constant value, and increasing A, it will not be get added over there, right? Because we cannot change B. It will be getting added over there only. So A, if I increase, it will be getting added over there. So what is happening with the gap? Gap is reducing. What is happening with the gap? Gap is reducing. So if A increases, gap is reducing. So what happens then? That direction will be negative. Any dimension that increases impacting the gap in a negative way, reducing the gap, so that should be negative. So A direction will be negative. So what is the direction of A? A direction is the right one. So this direction will be negative for all and this direction will be positive. So in this way we can list that. For any dimension you can do, you will get same result. So the left direction is negative, the right direction is positive. So in this way we will go ahead, we will list it over here. Now A will put in stack up table. A value is 3.15. We listed in negative side as this is negative and tolerance over there 0.35. Then B is positive for us, that is 14, and tolerance we also list over there, that is 0.50. Then C dimension is negative for us, that is 4 and then 0.25. This is C, 4 and 0.25, and then D is 3.75 plus or minus 25. So we listed all the dimensions now and we have changed it in positive and negative side. Now we will sum them up. Sum all the dimensions in the positive column. So that is 14. Sum all these into negative column, that is 10.9, and sum them all the tolerances. So now we need to sum all the tolerances. That is why we converted the tolerances into single representation, that is equal bilateral. So we can sum them up. So here we will sum them up. This value is 1.35. So gap will be difference between this is positive value, this is negative value. So difference between these two, that is 3.1, and this tolerance value will be applicable over there. So gap will be 3.1 plus or minus 1.35, right? And in this way max gap will be 3.1 plus 1.35. Min gap will be 3.1 minus 1.35. So 4.45, 1.75 will be the answers. You can do it yourself as well. Prepare loop, prepare stack up table with me. So you can practice always with me. Okay. So in this way we prepare the loop diagram, we prepare the stack up table, and we get the result. The answer is min and max gap, and we got those values. So in this way we can perform tolerance stack up analysis. I hope it is clear. Any doubt from this session, you can bring it on our live session. We will discuss over there. Now moving ahead with next example. This one you have to practice, and we will discuss it in next video. So what you have to do, don't go ahead and watch the other video. Just go and practice yourself. Try to prepare loop diagram. Here, this pin is there. This is lock pin. This is a lock pin over there, and the dimensions are given like this 40 is given, this head height is given, this overall length is given, and this length is given, and there is a small cut on that sang, so that is the gap AB we are interested in. We want to calculate that AB gap. So what you have to do, you have to start from one end of this gap and you have to end at other gap. Consider all these dimensions, whichever needed, right? Whichever needed we will consider, not required every time to consider all the dimension. So prepare loop for this, prepare stack up table, and we will discuss in next video the answer for this. Thank you.